What's going on, guys? This is Munster bringing you guys a brand new video today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. A few months ago, I had the chance to go to EVO 2022. And at EVO 2022, I got to try out the Snackbox Micro by Junk Food Arcades. And after trying it out, Junk Food actually gave me a brand new snack box in hopes that I would fully convert from the traditional Hitbox, which I'd been using for the most part for all of my tournaments and Strive and fighting game shenanigans. So after using both of these controllers for quite a considerably large amount of time, I think I can officially make this video that I've wanted to for a very long time, which is a full comparison Hitbox versus Snackbox. Didn't want to Hitbox versus Snackbox. This video is intended to help you make a better and more informed purchase. Should I go with Hitbox? Should I go with Snackbox? We're gonna break down both of them. So let's start off with Hitbox. Let's just get it right out of the way. I want to be as concrete about this as possible. This is a great controller. As for most leverless, this is usually the first one that comes to mind. Mine's customed. I did put some artwork on it. It is fully customizable. There's the Evo button there. It is pretty much the founder of this wave. Like any leverless controller that you see on the market, you know, this guy sort of started it all pretty much, right? Like they have the main patents for the big design, the block. It's about the same size as a Convo Obsidian, maybe a little bit smaller, but it has no stick. It's just the buttons instead. Got these three here and then your jump button down here. This layout is pretty much universal. You're going to see this among pretty much all the leverless. But what makes these guys different is they have these four buttons at the top and they have this proprietary cable here. So the Hitbox isn't that heavy to carry around. It's pretty light. I'd say like it's about mid-range. Like I'm not saying it's not as heavy as a Dragon, but it's probably like in the middle. I'd say it's about as heavy as a Rap 4 if anybody here has used a fight stick in their experience. So it's not bad, but it is definitely larger than your standard PS4 pad, PS5 pad, or Razer Ryon. It is fully modular though, which is fantastic. It means you can pretty much take the thing apart. These white pegs come out and then the top lifts off and you can sort of remove your artwork. The back has 6 screws. You can undo all these screws, take off the back plate, remove the buttons, and so on. I will say that to remove the art plate, you are gonna need to take off the back plate. You're gonna need to unwire every single button, remember what those buttons are, and then you're gonna need to push out all these little buttons individually, take off the plate. It's a little bit of a process, I will admit. At least I've switched these out. I've taken the art plate off to clean underneath because dust and dirt does get underneath the art plate, not fully sealed. So when I have taken this plate off, it does get a little bit of a hassle to take apart. It's not the most intuitive. I mean, it's as simple as they could probably get it because just Sanwa buttons and the push, and it's just how the design of the controller works. So it's fine. It connects with USB. So this is your USB port. I know it looks freaking weird. It's pretty much just a circle, the little plug-in thing here. This is your cable that goes into it. Your cable links into the top like this, and then there's a USB cable goes there into your system. This is proprietary. The only thing I will say is it is proprietary, which means if you do break this cable, the only person who can really sell you a replacement is going to be Hitbox, unfortunately. So when you're using this thing, just try not to break the cable. I did check, and their cable I think was in stock last I checked on their website, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. The Hitbox comes loaded with a Brook board, which is for PS4 and PC. So you have no PS5 support yet. I don't know when they're going to start implementing that, but so far you cannot play PS5 games on this thing. And I don't know, that's been a problem for me at least, because I've wanted to play some of my PS5 fighting games with Street Fighter 6 coming out, and now on the horizon I've wanted to start making more Street Fighter content. I don't know if I'll be able to use my Hitbox very much because unfortunately it's not going to be compatible with the PS5 version of Street Fighter 6, and Strive's PS5 version also will not work with this thing. So it is unfortunate. I hope they release an update with an updated PCB, but so far this thing is selling stock with the PS4 PCBs still. The big button on the top, there's a start button, a select button, and a PS home, and then a PS touchpad. There is a bit of a problem with that, and I will say I'm not able to use L3 and R3 with these. Maybe I think there was some word of a firmware update coming to change that, but I haven't been able to do that, where I can't record and play on labbing. Like I can't do L3 or R3s on this thing. So labbing is a little bit tricky on this thing. You kind of have to go the manual way and set that up that way, or make a different button somewhere I don't know what button it would be, but the craftsmanship, I will say, is fantastic. It's super sturdy. It feels premium, especially when you put artwork on it. Like, this thing just looks really good. Even at events, I've gotten compliments from people seeing this at events. They've been like, holy crap, this is a really cool build you have. And I'm like, thank you. But really all I did was change the colors of the buttons and the artwork. But I mean, hey, the artwork's great. Casual did a fantastic job. The padded bottom is really cozy on your lap. It sits great. It's sturdy. If we're looking at sort of like how comfortable this is, you got a decent amount of palm support. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, the Sanwa buttons feel good. It clicks. It feels nice to combo with this thing. How I usually play in Strive is when I want to RC, I'll usually slide from dash to RC, which are these two buttons here. It's not as easy to do on this because of the bumps of the Sanwa buttons, unfortunately, but it still works. And yeah, you can still play with this. It's completely viable. Fantastic build quality. I really, really like it. As for portability, well, mine came with a drawstring bag. I don't know if all of them come with it, because I remember I talked to Casual. Casual didn't get a drawstring bag with their Hitbox. Maybe it's just some get it. I'm not sure, but you could also buy a drawstring bag for their website, and it can carry your Hitbox as well as a few things like maybe a pad or a pair of like small compact headphones. Moving on to the Snackbox. All right, I want to sort of like give you guys a heads up that reviewing the Snackbox is very similar to reviewing a keyboard. Honestly, like, it's really good, but it's small. So as you saw the Hitbox, here's the Snackbox, much tinier. It's the Micro edition, the Evo artwork that they were selling over at Evo 2022 last year. So the Snackbox Micro, by its name, it's small, but the button spacing is the same as your traditional leverless. So this spacing is the same on Hitbox. It's the same spacing. If you can play on Hitbox, you can play on Snackbox. But what it does do is they're taking the sides off, they're cutting it, and they're just leaving you with the controller interface. That's pretty much it. You have your top bar for all your little like settings buttons and all that other stuff, but then it's pretty much just the button layout, which is nice. I mean, it minimalizes it. For people who like minimalism, this is your ticket. It takes away some of the palm support, which when I first picked this thing up, I thought was going to be a little uncomfortable, but it was not. I got used to it very quickly, and I actually found that you can pretty much lie this thing anywhere and it's comfortable. Like, you could put it on your desk and use it like a keyboard. You can put it on your lap. So like for me, like usually when I'm playing, if I'm playing and streaming, sometimes I'll just have it here and then you can just play on it like that. Or sometimes I'll put it on my lap and then you can just play it like that. It's very customizable in terms of its artwork and everything. I'd almost say that it's more modular than the Hitbox. Whereas when we were talking about the Hitbox, you had to undo a bunch of wires and all that other stuff. This, it's no wires, nothing. There's actually not a single cable in this entire design, which is insane to think about. All you gotta do is remove the keycaps. If you want to change the keycaps, which are the buttons, that's all you do. Just you remove these little keycaps. You can buy more of them on Junk Food's site. There's little switches. You can also change the switches, so how the clicking feeling, how the snapping feeling, all that stuff, it's all very customizable. The artwork, you can just remove the back plates and then pull off the top, and then you can change the artwork. It's a lot easier than any sort of traditional stick or box to change in and out parts. The PCB is also just one piece that just snaps on to the different switches, and then that holds everything into place, minus like the screws that you screw onto the case itself. So yeah, it's a really nice intuitive design. I'm really impressed, and I was blown away when they showed how you actually take this thing apart back at Evo, and I've been able to take this apart within 5 minutes, lean the artwork cases underneath, because yes, dust and dirt will get underneath your plexi, and then put everything back together in like 5 or 10 minutes. Whereas with the Hitbox, if I wanted to clean something, it becomes a little bit of a 30 to 40 minute project of me unscrewing and unwiring and uncabling and then trying to label which cable goes into which button, and it becomes very scary and stressful. I was actually also told that pretty much all the snack boxes are handmade, and they showed me that these are just made by their employees. So they just take it, they put it together, and then they ship it out to you. From what I've heard, at least. I mean, Junk Food, you can say otherwise, but what I've been told is that all your stuff is made in-house, which I think is cool and super fantastic. As for the cabling, there's a USB-C, so we're not looking at proprietary anymore. We're looking at straight USB-C straight into your computer. If you don't have a USB-C cable, you can buy one on Amazon. Junk Food also sells these really nice L cables that they use that plug into the Snackbox Micros, and I really like them. But if you want, you can use your phone cable, pretty much whatever type of USB-C cable would fit in here that charges phones or gives power to a device. It's also got quite a lot of customizability. You have an edit button here. You can change all the LEDs, the LED patterns, because the Snackbox Micro's newest feature is Bluetooth. Yeah, I know it's pretty weird that there's its own app that works with the Snackbox. I've just never seen a fight stick or a controller that has its own app. It's cool. It's just super cool. Straight down from which colors you want and which buttons get the colors and what type of pattern. It's very, very cool. So yeah, the handmade craftsmanship of the Snackbox Micro is incredible. Just like the Hitbox, it feels super comfortable to hold. And what I thought would be like a lack of palm support, like I was reiterating, it's not even a con. I like being able to hold the controller however I want. It's small and light. Also, we can go to the point of these small buttons on the top. These guys right here, there is an L3 and R3 key that you can map as well, which is really nice for labbing. It also has the start, select, and PlayStation home buttons and the touchpad and all that stuff, but it does have L3 and R3 buttons as well on the top. So a super big plus to that, being able to lab really easily, pressing play and record without having to remap any of your main buttons is a huge plus for me. And then I guess I'll also mention as well that being someone who plays a lot of Guilty Gear, I do a lot of sliding techniques. So, you know, sliding from dash to RC, it is really easy. It's so smooth and easy. Like I love it. The Snackbox Micro is also equipped with the latest Brooks boards for their 2023 models, which means that you can pretty much use the Snackbox Micro on any system. That goes for Switch, Xbox, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC. It's game changing, and switching out the PCB, you can also buy it separately. If you owned a Snackbox Micro previously, you can buy the PCB separately and just swap out your old one. So again, like I said, because it's so modular and easy, like anybody can do that, and it's very, very, very simple. All right, so I'd like to move on to pricing. So let's get right into it. So the 2023 Micro with the artwork case that we were talking about with the latest Brooks board is $265. Let's counter that to the $249 USD that the Hitbox is also priced at. The Hitbox will not come with the PS5 Brook board, and it's about $10 less than the most expensive version of the Snackbox Micro. Now, you don't have to spend $265 if you don't have a PS5 or you don't plan to play PS5 games. The Snackbox Micros actually offered right now, which is a brand new controller that they're just bringing out, which is essentially just PC and Switch. It doesn't have any of the PlayStation elements to it, and that goes for $165, which is about $100 less than their newest board. So you can actually save some money with that, and it's just for PC and Switch. If you want PS4 support, they have a $195 version as well. So there's 3 versions to choose from for Snackbox, and then 1 version to choose from for Hitbox. Personally, if you want my actual conclusion to this, I found better value out of the Snackbox Micro. I found it just works better for how I play fighting games. If I go to a friend's house, it's easier to carry around. I just found that it's more up to date. It's got better modularity than the Hitbox. It's less clunky, and sliding techniques feel way better. Other than that, I think it's completely up to you. If you want a more classic feel, if you're used to the Sanwa buttons and parts, if you're coming off of arcade stick and you want to keep that similar feel, I would probably go with the Hitbox. It still offers that really classic feel. It's still fast, super responsive. Other than the few downsides, such as not being able to play PS5 games on it, if you don't have a PS5 and you're just looking for the 2 and you want that more classic feel, go for the Hitbox. But if you want something that is more up to date with the current specs, if you want something that's going to work on your PlayStation 5, if you want something that's going to be more portable and lighter and easier to customize and mess around with and tinker with, I would totally go for the Snackbox Micro in 2023. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I helped you make a more informed decision on what controller you're going to purchase. And as usual, I hope you have a great day. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're brand new. We got new videos coming out every week. I hope you guys have a great day. This has been Munster, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, stay safe, and have a good one.